klasik lah. Dia macam like nanti kalau aku dah mampus baru nak ingatkan aku, that kind of thing.
She's not scolding you though. She's just carrying her pain through you though.
If a grown adult is acting that way, they should have that self-awareness to macam okay, reflect back like okay, what am I doing wrong?
Anak muda akan macam rasa nak sangat defend diri because they want to put a stop to this cycle.
Inilah
Boleh bual pe.
kita ada Sujimi Muhammad hari ini dan juga Christina Sujimi bersama anak angkatnya juga Afika Zainal. Selamat datang
Untuk hari ini lah.
Ya. I ada soalan untuk Abang Sujimi. I mean, for you dah berusia sikit kan. I just want to know, toxicity ni semua, you think that it developed in age punya benda ke, or it's something that you have dalam personality you bila you dah muda ke? Because you cakap pun kadang-kadang you pun dah jadi seorang bapa, you pernah try or macam secara tak sengaja you menggunakan that guilt tripping punya benda. Because I feel like my mum dulu when she was younger, she was cool. Bila dia dah tua, you know, problems after problems coming in and you know macam masalah banyak. So I feel like she's becoming into a staple like macam mak-mak, where I feel like makin dia berusia, dia punya toxicity makin heavier. Yeah, and it's because for me, I feel like you manage to padamkan api yang menyala tu because you have your self-reflection time. Do you think this kind of parents continue membesarkan tabiat toxicity dia tu just because pasal dorang tak ada self-reflection time?
Atau mungkin mereka rasa
In denial ke?
atau mereka orang tua mereka takkan
Tak
takkan salah.
Ya.
I think okay, I feel macam dia pass down lah. Kadang-kadang benda ni dia pass down.
Mungkin.
So you see your parents buat, so you also follow. You think is right.
Yeah.
So not only your pain can be passed down, but your toxicity pun boleh pass down tau.
Yeah.
So macam I rasa macam for all parenting, I feel one of the things that I personally rasa macam not should be happening is compare anak-anak. Compare anak-anak is one kind of toxicity juga tau.
Yeah.
Macam tapi I faham orang dulu, orang susah macam gini Let's say I do well. And all I want is to hear my mom say or my dad say, I'm proud of you. Tapi orang dulu mana dia cakap, aku bangga dengan kau. Ini skrip sandiwara. Kan? Dia bukan macam itu. Tapi dia cakap, abang kau pun macam itu juga. Dia cakap macam, actually, siapa tu, anak itu pun dia dapat macam kau dapat.
Yeah,
Tapi
kita
kita nak dengar parents kita cakap, I'm proud of you. Tapi ini benda skrip ni tak ada dulu. Dulu tak ada.
Tapi kalau anak
Dia actually bangga dengan you. Dia bangga dengan you tau. You jangan salah sangka Mak ayah kita ni bangga, tapi dia tak tahu macam mana nak cakap dengan you ni because dorang tak pernah merasai. Macam benda ni dulu mana ada. Dia
diturunkan.
Tak turunkan. So it's not passed down. So it's not an easy thing sebenarnya.
You pernah tak dengar macam kata-kata yang mungkin menyakiti daripada ibu bapa?
I tengok lasaknya Fika mesti ada kot.
Ada, tapi I pun macam never like take it to heart sangat lah. Tapi mungkin ada yang macam klasik lah. Dia macam like nanti kalau aku dah mampus baru nak ingatkan aku, that kind of thing. Like bila dah besar baru macam boleh faham like okay, dia cakap macam gini tapi sebenarnya hati dia kat tempat lain macam gitu. Tapi I feel like when kata-kata tu macam dah keluar kan. Tetap rasa sakit lah kan. Jadi you cannot help but still wanna like feel hurt from what they say. So kadang-kadang when you hear this kind of thing, you might also pick up that toxic trait from your parents. So kadang-kadang that's why I feel anak muda akan macam rasa nak sangat defend diri is because they want to put a stop to this cycle because diorang pun tak nak jadi like how their parents are and how their grandparents were to their parents macam gitu. So they want to be the one to like stop. So maybe that's why kita selalu nak.
Have you stood up to your parents?
Ada.
Ada.
Tapi akan rasa bersalah lah. Tapi it has to be done sometimes.
Do you manage to jumpa a situation yang you rasa you dah ada a trick? Kita boleh cool downkan this so that benda ni tak melarat lagi. Ada tak? Because for me, I belum. For me, my only solution is kau belas je, aku masuk kanan keluar kiri. For me.
Yeah. That's exactly
So
what
benda
I do.
tu I feel dalam diam juga we are not contributing to a good factor to our parents pasal dia macam akan cakap and I feel like today dia akan cakap benda gini and dia lihat kita macam kita tak ada respon, the next time it gets bigger and bigger until kita sampai probably will
Dah lali
will,
dah.
or tak lali ataupun one day touch wood kita akan go to the extent yang kita hate and kita akan cakap to this kind of thing where I feel like many child would say this macam aku dah tua aku tak nak jadi macam mak bapak aku. That kind of thing, you know.
Tapi you tak pernah macam nak cakap dengan your
I selalu.
macam tell them your feeling tak ada.
No, kadang-kadang bila you cakap bukan yang diorang akan, okay, maybe they will understand tapi diorang tak nak dengar because they don't want to hear that diorang salah.
Betul.
Yeah, so you cakap macam mana pun, they will still macam want to know, aku betul, aku
Yeah.
betul.
Okay,
Yeah.
for me, I pernah cakap gitu and malangnya me and my parents, I mean, I feel, I bukan cakap ini bukan nak tunjuk I jahat ke untuk nak ni, but I feel that maybe someone out there kalau nampak ni pun boleh pelajari lah. So dulu bila saya tengah waktu hujang, saya lepas syuting saya balik lambat. Saya balik dalam pukul 6 pagi gitu. So pukul 6 pagi lepas subuh saya tidur. So my mom nak pergi pasar pukul 8. So she told me, which my parents call me Kanda lah. Kanda, mama nak pergi pasar. Luar nampak mendung. Kalau hujan kau angkat. Pukul 8 tu I baru nak tidur. Cakap okay. So I tidur, I bangun pukul 2 petang tau. So I tengok miss call, 8 miss call. So I call balik my mama. My mama cakap, baru bangun ni. Cakap, nice, dia angkat nice. Ya, baru bangun gini. Tadi kau ada angkat jemuran. So, ya Allah, I say like, ya Allah terlupalah, sorry mah. Bam, dia punya switch macam meletup tau. Kau binatang, aku dah cakap kau benda gitu tau, literally tau. Literally she said like that. So I think that day I dah macam tak boleh tahan tau. You know? And I feel that it wasn't me controlling my emotion, my anger. I cakap gini, my belakang, my telinga semua dah start panas balik tau. So dia macam kau gini lah monyet. My mother is that type yang macam cakap macam very old school me tau. Dia tak ada
Lemparkanlah
dia tak ada
kata-kata
bahasa like macam gini. She will say things like that lah. But she is a lovable person. But I think she ada lalui masalah something or whatever. So she just burst. Cara tak sengaja. I ingat lagi because my house kat dapur tu, I pergi kat dapur tengah nak angkat. My house, depan my house tu is another block tau. And I cried because of this situation. Like I never cried like anyone's business. So dia tengah I was telling, orang penat, orang tidur, orang tadi gini, nak angkat ni, nak cuci balik. Kau gini, air api, gini, kau gini. Kau tak contribute ke apa, gini, that kind of thing. No, dah start gitu tau, dah main gini. I say, dia punya suara makin loud, my suara makin loud. Sampai to the extent one word I said, diam. When I said that, diam, dia punya suara pergi kat that block, bounce balik lah. I diam dan I letak telefon. I ingat I campak my phone. My phone pecah. I duduk, I nafas. And the same heat that I'm feeling now, that was what I'm feeling. Sekali I cakap, alamak. Took me 1 hour to realise. Damn, I do something wrong already. So I tak tahu nak buat.
Pandangan seorang ayah, bagaimana kita nak tangani situasi macam gini di mana ibu bapa kedua-duanya sekarang dua ini emosi yang tak terkawal.
Yeah.
Kan sampai dia menjadi-jadi dan
I rasa macam what you're experiencing ni kan, because I tak kenal you and I tak kenal your mother. You know, I feel that maybe tadi you cakap betul, you ada point yang your mother ni dia tengah go through something.
Yeah.
And in her life, I think she may be going through macam orang tak dengar cakap dia, or orang tak execute her instruction. So you are at the end of the line. So when you didn't execute her instruction, she has to unload on you. But actually her pain is way back.
Yeah.
Dari dulu, no one listens to her. Kalau you nak cuba, maybe with your mom, instead of looking at her marah, tengah marah dengan you look at her pain. Why is she scolding you sampai macam gini though? She's not scolding you though. She's just carrying her pain through you though. That's why dia sampai hari ni dia just whack you sampai macam gitu. Mungkin you cakap dengan you, okay, you minta maaf kan, macam biasa you minta maaf, dia cakap mak come back, nanti kita bincang or something like that. Because I think bila you both macam head on fiery macam gitu memang but it's easier for me to say lah, to be honest, pasal I tak tahu your situation. But do you get what I'm saying, that she is actually going through something yang maybe you tak nampak lah. I don't know. I'm sure you know your mom better lah.
Okay,
kan?
for this situation, I think all this while bila I cerita orang, the whole thing is like macam kita ketawa because it was like a bursting thing. But I think thank you Abang Sujimi because you open up another avenue to how parents feel, because I've never felt that, or I thought that dia marah because she's carrying the burdening of whatever she feel, and macam when you got me bila Abang Sujimi cakap macam because kita never listens. Because I setuju yang I jarang dengar kata ibu bapa I. Macam I punya orang urus bendul kata I pun kata I juga.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Right. She has been living, I feel like she has been living her whole life. No one listens to her.
Yeah.
So she has to unload on someone. And you are the one.
Yeah. I'm
You are
the
the
only one.
you're the one.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
So I think maybe kalau you satu hari you try dengar kata dia, macam she ask you, you execute clean kan? Maybe she's a different person lah, because now she has recovered from that. That is her, maybe like that's her baggage. Her pain is now passed through you lah. That's
You know what they say, like hurt people.
Yeah.
Right? Do you get it? Orang yang sedang merasa kesakitan, yang tersakiti,
Yang tersakiti
Yang
akan
terkasih-
menyakitkan.
kan? Cikgu dah sampai. Okay lah, wow. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay. Actually,
Thank you for sharing
thank you
and
for
being
sharing. Thank you for giving
vulnerable
me a
with us.
different avenue because I tak pernah dengar this side of a parent also. Because mungkin I always cakap ni dengan kawan-kawan lah. Tak ada orang yang lagi berusaha. But thank you so much.
Okay, sebelum kita akhiri segmen ini, mungkin nak dengar daripada Fika dan Christina, ada tak sebarang kata-kata untuk mungkin your own peers yang sebaya dengan you, how they can handle maybe like a situation like this?
Okay, the parents punya ego, it's hard to like go up against. It's hard to go up against. So I feel like mungkin an advice untuk diri sendiri lah. It will be like, even though you boleh fahamkan your parents punya situation, okay, diorang macam gini sebabkan ini itu, but then you also have to be like gentle on yourself. And this is not for parents, this is like untuk the anak lah. You also have to be gentle to yourself, because while this is their first life, this is also your first life lah, macam gitu. Like you cannot allow like you are allowed to feel hurt from their actions, even if let's say their actions are warranted and ada reason why macam gitu, they shouldn't have what. And because you're hurt by it, you are allowed to feel hurt by it. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Christina pula?
Yeah, I agree. She took the words out of my mouth. It's so perfect. She phrased everything so perfectly. But yeah, I agree with what she said. Like, I think like from my perspective, if a grown adult is acting that way, they should have that self-awareness to macam, okay, reflect back like, okay, what am I doing wrong and things like that. But okay lah, like what Fika said, we should always be gentle to ourselves and okay lah, try to understand.
Bagi abang pula, kata-kata untuk generasi ibu bapa.
Saya rasa words matter lah. Choose your words carefully. Kalau nak marah anak pun jangan gunakan perkataan-perkataan yang macam
Menghina.
Kesat, kasar dan yakinlah benda tu you akan menyesal. Kalaupun you belum menyesal sekarang, nanti you dah tua, you akan menyesal pasal you nampak anak you nanti pakai benda tu. Dia pakai words tu balik kepada you kan. Tapi at the same time, I cuma nak bilang mungkin kepada anak-anak kat luar sana, bila mak ayah marah, dia ada sebab yang tersembunyi sebenarnya yang dia tak bilang. Misalnya kalau dia cakap tadi, Fika katakan, aku dah mampus baru kau macam ni kan. Sebenarnya apa yang dia nak cakap, dia nak cakap, I actually have very little time with you.
Dia rindu.
Dia
dia
cakap, actually dia nak cakap macam itu,
luangkan masa
tapi
sama-sama.
terkeluar dia lain pula. Skrip dia lain. So everyone, bagi saya lah, bila mak ayah macam marah kan, you tengok actually kenapa dia marah. Orang yang dengar this podcast, if you haven't had a chance to talk to your parents about something kan, I want to encourage you, please try. I pernah open up dengan my mom. Benda lama-lama. I'm telling you the moment, I bilang dengan you sekarang, dulu rumah I ternaik pasal apa? When I open up to her, she realised, I'm macam gini kau macam gitu Then we start talking then I tell you, you spend the rest of your old days, in dah lain. The way you spend your future is different. You jangan carry benda-benda yang sakit, It's something macam benda yang sakit you carry is very corrosive. Very corrosive, yeah.
If you ever needed a sign to get in touch, baik daripada perspektif ibu bapa atau anak-anak, hari ni gila
Inilah
telefon.
masanya. Ya.
Wah.
Baiklah.
Emosi tu.
Emosi. Saya macam sebab kejap, but okay. I'm back.
Yes.
Thank you so much Abang Sujimi, Christina,
kasih,
Fika,
Christina,
Istana
Fika.
juga.
Terima kasih Natasha.
Sama-sama. Untuk meluangkan masa dan juga kongsi sedikit sebanyak pandangan anda tentang topik hari ini.
Marilah kita sama-sama. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Boleh buat.